What's up, YouTube? Um, Rise Fearless here. I would like to discuss a little issue here. So, this issue is actually, this issue is between video games and people. Well, it's about video games and the violence. So, a lot of people are seeming to think that video games are causing most of the violence today. Well, most of the violence, not violent, most of the violence today. Well, the video games, they are not, they, they really aren't like the main reason. Reasons is people are people. They make their own decisions, okay? I mean, what about movies? What about that guy that went into a theater and shot it up? He shot it up when the Batman The Dark Knight Rises was airing that day. It was the premiere. So he shot it up that day. He said that he was inspired by the Joker to shoot that that theater up. So he shot it up because of a movie. So then there's a kid who got mad because his mom told him to get off the Xbox. So he took his high caliber hunting rifle and shot his mom in the face 7 times. I believe it was 7 or 17, either one. Still, like, he shot her 17 or 7, whatever you want to say, 17 to 7 times, whatever, that doesn't matter. But he shot her because of the Xbox. Then he called the cops and said that come here, or he called emergency services, whatever. He said, come down here. I shot my mom and I tried to rape her. She was half undressed and he was very, I guess he was ill. You can't do something like that without, like, being mentally ill. So my guess was he was mentally ill, and yeah, that is my guess. So since ever since kids in video games and murders have been happening, they've been pointing all to the gaming community. Like, that kid was obviously very, 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 very ill. Because just think, a hunting rifle, you have to shoot, cock it back, shoot, crack it back, and he had done that 7 or how many times he did it. A lot. He did it a lot. So obviously he was mentally ill, but yeah, I guess that's one of the reasons why they're blaming the gaming community for all this violence. But really, in reality, it's the sick person by itself. He decided to do it, so yeah, like seriously, if video games were the reason, you don't if you would see like like for example, if someone got into a fight at a school, they would not blame, well, they would blame the video games, or they wouldn't unless the kid was really injured and he was playing some type of video game the night before. Like every single investigator asks if the kid has been playing a violent video game or some type of video game the night before whatever happened. So, like, if if you don't see kids doing that because they just, like, it couldn't have been a video game. He could have been playing the game I'm playing right now and just screwed the kid up very badly. And, like, you can't blame the game because literally the game he was playing the night before. It's not like he just walked up to the kid and beat the crap out of him. Like, it's as if, like, what if the kid had beef with this other kid, you know? Like, it's kind of from that point, like, it's not the entertainment that made him do what he had to do. So, the person who beat up the other person, or the kid who beat up the other kid, remember, this is only an example, this didn't all actually happen, but the kid who beat up the other kid, he may have been playing UFC the night before, or Mortal Kombat, or whatever, the night before, but that did not convince him to beat up this other kid. You don't know what happened. You gotta get the details before you blame the game. And even if it was cause of a game, you can't blame the whole game. And you can't really single out video games for what they're, well, you can't really single out video games. It could have been a show. There's so much other entertainment that has so many violent things. Like, you can't, like, I don't know. It's just so many people seem to blame the video games for all this violent crime. Well, if it was the video games, then how come is, well, really, how come the kid isn't, like, dressing up in, like, freaking gloves and shit? If he doesn't, like, okay, back to the kid who fought. So, even if it was because of a video game, it might have just been something stupid, like he pushed him, then he wanted to fight, and he used these moves to do it. So, I got to go. And I'll see you guys next time.